Hi, Dr. Anita here and welcome back. In the last few videos we have been looking at how in the survival mode that's coming from the back part of our brains is triggering off the fear response and leading to our senses feeling bombarded or even stuck. And what we are trying to do is engage this part of our brain by reconnecting to our senses and finding functioning, adapting and adjusting as we make our way through this particular time. Today we're going to look at the area of our sight, and this is such a key thing that we're using right now as we are on our devices and having lots more screen time. And the thing is about screen time is that we are using this in this indoor lockdown lifestyle by staying connected to one another, finding our ability to work and do our schooling and education, plus using it for fun and other areas of our life. But you might be wondering if there are negative effects of using all of this screen time at this particular moment. Well, the thing is that we don't have the research of long-term effects of all of this screen time, but I will tell you about the areas that we do know about at this current moment. And number one is the area of eye strain, where as you're looking at the devices for a long period of time, we start to get headaches and dry eyes and even fatigue as we're spending a long period of time focusing on a device. And over a longer period of time, it's been shown that we are now suddenly needing to use these a lot more than we used to. Secondly is the area of blue light, which is coming off all of our devices and isn't our usual sunlight that's out there, but actually it's a light that causes us to be much more alert and awake. And the issue with the blue light is it can affect our sleep at night. And so we need to be careful about how much of the light that we're experiencing from our devices. Thirdly is the area of movement and actually the lack of it, because as we're sitting on our devices, we're tending to stay in the same posture and not move that much. Therefore, that lack of movement is leading to lack of circulation to all parts of our body and definitely to this part of our brain. And so we also are at risk of different diseases as we don't move as much for long periods of time. And then fourthly is the connection to the current situation we're in, our present reality with where we are and also with one another who's around us. So how do we counteract these things that are happening through all the screen time, through our eyesight? Well, number one, firstly, being close in your device is not a good idea and trying to keep the right amount of distance. But also just taking a break and putting the device down. And for you and your family, you can actually set aside time during the day where you're just technology free completely and maybe organizing other activities at those particular times. Then secondly is the blue light, and that is to actually put on a filter, which most devices can actually put a filter that doesn't allow as much blue light into your eyes. And it's really important you try and do that, particularly at night time where it could actually be affecting your ability to sleep. In fact, you could actually just be intentional of putting the device away just before you go to sleep as well. Thirdly, the area of movement, we can actually try to be intentional of getting up and moving throughout the day, maybe once an hour, just making sure you stand up for about a minute, because that way you're actually getting the circulation to all parts of your body and this part of your brain. And fourthly, we want to talk about how we connect back into the present here and now and to those around you. And I'm going to look at that much more in the next video. But in the meantime, I'll see you soon and stay well.